Oh yes, Uncle Chunt.
Ahoy hoy, my name's Uncle Chunt. Welcome back. Holy moly, I just watched the Super Ninja Steel episode 10, Dimensions in Danger. 25th anniversary special. Look, straight off the bat, it should have been a two-parter, or at least a full hour. I would compromise at a full 45 minutes. Just straight up, I just want to say, the hype was real. I was super looking forward to it. They crammed a lot in 21 minutes and 27 seconds, I want to say. Then that's the major gripe. And I think I'm not alone in that. 25 years. And you don't even have 1 minute a year, essentially, for your runtime. I was under the impression it was going to be a 30-minute special. Like a full 30 minutes, which this could have done with an extra 10 minutes in it. At least. I'll get all the negatives out of the way. My major gripe is that it was like, okay, we've got less than 22 minutes. What can we do? And how much? And it was just like, you know, gun. There's like no time to even think about what the hell's going on. No time to build tension. It was just like, I know it's a fan service episode. It's just fan service. Or you like some fan service, you want some more. And I'm okay with that. And that was enjoyable as well. But I can only compare this to Forever Red, which is back in the Wild Force days. I think it was Wild Force, yeah. Where Forever Red was a 10-year anniversary special. And it had every Red Ranger in it up until that point. And that was such a good episode. It still is, man. I watched it recently and I still get goosebumps. Like, it's very good for a kids show. You know, it's it treats every character gets a little moment. There's time to have some character interaction, you know, and set the scene for what the episode is. This one, it was like the JDF show that Owen so coined well in the last podcast. It was like, for better or worse, he's the shepherd of the franchise Power Rangers, for better or worse. There are other Rangers out there besides Tommy Oliver, but he is the face, the Wolverine, if you will, of the Power Ranger franchise. You know, not that it's a bad thing. It's good that you have JDF who will keep coming back and doesn't have a problem with being associated to the franchise, which some other Ranger actors do. Some of them just don't want to be known in that sphere anymore, which is disappointing. I guess it just depends on who you are and how the fans are, but there was a lot of fan service for Tommy Oliver fans. Like, that's where the most of the show was. Like, you wouldn't be wrong if you felt that this wasn't a Ninja Steel episode. Because I forgot that the Ninja Steel characters were in it half the time. Like, this is set in the Ninja Steel universe. The Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel 2-season arc, you know? Like, that's... And it's... That I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy they're barely in it. Like, I'm not a big fan of Ninja Steel. I'll just say that. It was great to see all the other Rangers, a lot from older seasons, coming in, and there was some really weird, out there choices for Rangers to have been brought back, like the silver one from RPM. Okay, you know, I don't really see a lot of that going around the internet. Of like, oh my god, it's my favorite Ranger, but. You know, it's good representation for a series that didn't really get a lot of love. Wes from Time Force Red, I think that was pretty obvious. He's a fan favorite, like, very much so. There's a couple others in there that, you know, you blink and you miss. I would have thought Samurai Gold would have got a bit more screen time, because he's quite unique, and I actually liked him from Samurai from what I watched. Otherwise, like Cat, Turbo Pink, formerly Mighty Morphin Pink, Yeah, or Zeo. What was she? Zeo Pink as well. Yeah. I don't think. I don't know why they gave her Turbo. I agree with most people's sentiment. Should have been like Zeo Pink, but I guess they had to free up the Zeo spot for JDF for Zeo Red. Yeah, look, I'm trying not to gripe too much. Look, there was one point in particular where everything was happening. Like, they all did their big morph. Like, oh my god, there's 10 ranges, rah, rah. You know, and they all did their morph together. I would have liked to have seen them morphed individually. That just would have been... They did that in Forever Red, and it was so good. You know, it was just like, oh, yeah, oh my god. You know, everybody got their individual morph, you know, and they were served well. We didn't get that here. It was just like, it's morphin' time and everybody morphed at once, you know. As epic as that was, holy shit. Just what time is it? And they're all like, it's morphin' time. Oh shit, I'm gonna get goosebumps just thinking about it. But yeah, I would have loved to have, just to represent the legacy a bit more with each ranger that they had on the show getting their own individual morph. I think that just would have been... It's an anniversary episode. You're supposed to celebrate the legacy of the show, you know? It just makes sense to me. I don't know why. I know they were pressed for time, and having an individual morph for 10 ranges, you know, 10 seconds a spot, you know, or something like that, 5-10 seconds, it wouldn't even be that much. It's a full, you know, what, 30 seconds or a minute or less, you know, out of your runtime. Big deal. But there was that point when they all morphed together and they're all just kicking ass all over the shop. I'm not gonna lie, it hit me, and I choked up a little bit, and I didn't expect that. I was like, wow, 25 years, you know, like, and I haven't been a fan the whole 25 years, but it's just enough to be like, holy crap, this show's been going essentially my entire life, you know, give or take, since 1993, you know, and it's been a constant in my life ever since. And just to see the episode 25 years and then all these different things, all these different ranges all together, like, it just hit me of like, not only holy crap, I'm old, you know, but how much staying power this franchise has. And it's like nothing else that I enjoy as far as other things, that it's always been there. You know, it's like The Simpsons. You know, I'm not a Simpsons fan, but like, that's just one of those cultural things that's always been there. And I can't imagine a world without Power Rangers. And I was just seeing all this stuff happening and all these actors, and even a few of the recent ones like Ciara Hanna,
Uncle Chunt,
Gia, Megaforce, Yellow. And it was in the Megaforce costume, wasn't that? I don't like Super Megaforce costumes. She didn't go Super Megaforce or Legendary mode or whatever, which is fine. I was happy that she rocked up in her Megaforce.
You guys know what time it is. It's Morphin' time, and go Megaforce!
Big fan. I actually like that series very much, and yes, she's part of the reason. But it was great to see her there. I'm glad she was on there, and for Megaforce to get some representation. I'll wave that flag for that series, you know, until, you know, I'm done. There was a fight scene between Evil Tommy Robot thing and the original, which apparently there's an extended cut of, and I've seen it. It's online somewhere. I don't understand why that was cut. It's like a barely an extra 10-15 seconds more, but it's a really good 15-20 seconds. You know, it felt like this was supposed to be longer, and even though JDF has blocked me on Instagram, I can still see his Facebook and his Twitter. He said that he's got a lot of behind the scenes footage of scenes that were cut, and he said there was a lot cut out of this. I'll try and show as much as I can on my channel from behind the scenes of a few scenes that didn't make the cut. So like, I just wonder, like, did they intend this to be twice as long, or like an actual longer special? Which I think, given the whole transition between Saban and now Hasbro owning it, I think it would have just been a great stamp on the ground to be like, let's give the fans 25 years worth. Give the fans a good 45-minute hour special, you know? Just to put our stamp on the franchise to know that we're in this. I think it was a missed opportunity, man. It's a flash in the pan. Like, it's over before you know it. It happens so fast. I liked it. I really did. I can't help but feel I walked away wanting a bit, and it ended very abruptly too. And there was no like massive Megazord fight. Like I thought there was going to be some kind of, you know, more JDF fan service of like maybe a Dragonzord would turn up, you know, or something to fight the monster that got gigantified. None of that. They took it down with blasters and an arrow. You know, like, the Falcon Megazord is good. That was a good throwback to see that turned up. You know, and the Master Morpher. Let's talk about the Master Morpher for a second. Of course, JDF has his own personal private Super Morpher. The Master Morpher channels all of his Ranger abilities, and he can just swap them out at will. Cool concept. Not gonna lie, cool concept. And I'm glad the thing looked like a Mighty Morphin Morpher. They didn't just make up some random device. You know, it stays within the legacy of that character where he started from. So it was cool. So all these transformations have like their own little coin in the middle, power coin. So that was pretty neat. It's a good way to kind of explain away how he can transition between his powers. And they did go into some mentions of alternate dimensions. Obviously, the comics, the Shattered Dimension storyline, really clarified a lot to do with the universe of like every season or every team is in their own dimension, so to speak. And when the team ups happen, they use like this time portal device that the Time Force Rangers made. So they kind of explain the way of, well, how's the continuity work? How do all these teams work in the same world, and how come they don't fight together? And they're like, oh, we only do it when we really have to. You know? So I guess that kind of cleans it up a bit and separates everything, cleans up the palette, which makes sense, man. But look, you know, this ramble is going to be probably as long as what the episode was. You know, that's how short it was. Am I happy? Did I like it? Did I enjoy myself? I'm not going to lie, yes. When I knew it was coming to an end, I did get a little, just a little bit more, you know, like I just wanted a little bit more. I just think there could have been a couple more bits that would have been like, yes, just really hit it home. Because it was towards like the first two-thirds of it was like, holy Jesus, this is pretty damn cool. And then yeah, it just fell off for me. So I mean, we're lucky we kind of get this kind of stuff because we know what's happened. You know, Saban's a tight ass, and like there's actors contracts and license contracts, and some actors are in a union and some aren't, and some don't care about the union restrictions, so they'll come in anyway. And like, you know, there's all this stuff, and that kind of stuff is the reason why we don't get other actors in. And you know, so we're lucky we got what we got, which explains some of the disappointment with Legacy War from Super Megaforce, which is why it was a bit disappointing because of those reasons. A lot was cut out from what they could have used. So for Power Rangers' sake, we're lucky we get these kinds of things. So I'll take it for what it is, and I'll happily watch this again, which I probably will later tonight, if not some point in the weekend, if I can find it again, and just enjoy it. I was hoping it's never going to happen. When there's a JDF show, Austin St. John's never to be seen, I think. I don't think, as long as JDF is the front runner for these anniversary things or special events, it's probably going to be hard pressed to see Austin St. John come back at all. If he does, I would like to see him get the Triforce, the Gold Zeo power back somehow, because I think that's Mighty Morphin Red. Rocky kind of took over, and he was in this, and that was cool. But I think that's kind of his claim to fame. Austin St. John, he kind of walked away from the Red Ranger and came back, in such a cool way as the Gold Zeo. I would like to see him come back as that at some point. You know, there are other legendary rangers out there, not just JDF. Just saying. Hell, Billy. Like, what the hell's Billy doing? He flew off to that water planet. You know, and he's banging fish chicks for the rest of his life. What's he doing? You know, what's... I don't know. Whatever. I'm kind of whinging over real first world problems here. Again, I think they executed what they had to work with in the allotted time frame they had really well. Some kind of, you know, low budgety effects. Like, it was a bit rushed looking. Not gonna lie. I've seen some better effects in other seasons, like Megaforce, Super Megaforce, for example, and Samurai. Like, I think they had really good effects. This one, not so much. But hey, we've got 40-somethings running around playing Power Rangers, you know? That was funny. It was like Expendables. The Expendables films. Just watching all these older generations running around as action heroes, you know, like... Something humorous about that. I got a laugh out of that. As you know, oh, it's all serious, you know. Yeah. Anyway, that's just my kind of thoughts. I dropped some spoilers in there. I'll think about dropping a spoiler warning at the start of this video. This is more of a note for myself when I'm editing it, and hopefully I'll do this. If not, I apologize. Anyway, let me know what you thought down below. I would be interested. Did it leave you wanting? I haven't gone and read any of the comments yet from other like people on social media groups or whatever. Like I wanted to watch it. I pretty much finished watching it and came straight on the computer here. So I'm interested to see if it's just me that was left a little wanting. Not as much as Legacy War. That one left me like, what? You know, you spent 2 seasons building up to this, and then that's what we got. Whereas this one was just, it was a moment in time in the show. So that was cool. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Comment section below, blah, blah, blah. Social media things. You see it down there in the image on my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Do that. And yeah, thanks in Spaces. Should slide in on the side here for Patreon. And yeah, I'll catch you later. No, you won't. I keep saying it. Why do us YouTubers... or people on YouTube say, I'll catch you on the next video, or I'll see you on the next one? We won't. I've got to kick that habit. Every time I say it, and I'm editing it, I'm like, God damn it. No. I need to stop that. So, until the next video.